Um, Interesting times, huh? Interesting. Right. Here we are, live once again. Unbelievably going live once again the next day. I did a live yesterday, I'm doing it today again, which, if you know me, if you've been following me for a while, it's been a long ass time since I last did it, but here we are. Hello, everybody. Good evening, as I would say, but again, it's not evening. I'm having a coffee in this red ass cup. You know what? I've been growing tired of coffee, to be honest. I don't like the flavor anymore. Like, it's good with sugar, but what isn't good with sugar, right? I'm more of a tea guy now, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, coffee is good. It gets you up in the morning, it gets you up and running, it gets you going. So, I'll have a cup in the morning. Now, the other problem is that it makes your teeth uh, yellow, right? So that is not great. But coffee is. I feel like it's more of a status symbol by now. Like, you'll go to a cafe and you're like, here I am at the cafe. And it's overpriced and everybody knows it, but like that's the exact point of it, because if it wasn't overpriced, it would be filled with poor people, and I'm not poor, so I'm here to signal that I'm not poor. Um, so that's what it is. Um, but anyway, no, I actually like coffee. I enjoy it. I enjoy it more than the taste, which is fine. I really enjoy the effect that it has on you. Although after a while it goes away. Like, I was told this by friends of mine who started drinking coffee before me. I started drinking it like kind of later, but the thing is, coffee is just, after a while that you get used to it, any it's not any good anymore. It doesn't get you going. It doesn't get you high. And obviously, I don't mean high like high, but I mean it like high. That's the kind of high that you get from coffee. It doesn't get you that super productive high that it used to at the beginning. But then the habit tends to stick. I guess with cigarettes it's the same, but I never really smoked, so I'm not really sure. But I guess that it just makes you feel good. It makes you focus and all of that. And then at a certain point, you just get addicted. And I guess almost the same thing has happened to me with coffee. But it's now a sort of ritual almost, right? So you wake up, you have your coffee, and then you start your day. That's what it's like. That's how it works. But anyway, excited to be here. I have somewhat of a loose schedule on what to do today, a loose set list of things to talk about. Um, I'm officially done with tech, I think. This channel started as a tech channel. And although, well, you really need some tech channels, some good tech channels, because, well, you need people to train AI models, and there's not that many people doing AI research. I'm just sort of disillusioned with the whole scene, with the tech thing. I don't like tech anymore. Maybe it's because I read some books that painted a bland and bleak picture about tech. Maybe it's because of that. Maybe it is because I encountered the ideas of Jacques Ellul, which is the philosopher behind the Unabomber. So that is something. Um, and then I read the Unabomber's manifesto, and you know, tech is really enabling much more than individual process. Well, much more than progress. It's building a cage that is ever more enjoyable. But nonetheless, it is a cage. So, what will AI be used for? If you really think about it. Like, every technology so far has seen its usage, usability, and user base condensed into the hands of a few people. Um, tech became pretty much a plutocracy, a plutocratic field where a few just control the means of technological operativity and they just seize them, and thus they can control the kind of influence and power. And if you think about it, the social media platforms are pretty much the same. Now, with live streaming, it's kind of different because there are many competitors to live streaming. There's Kick, there's Rumble, there's Twitch, there's many independent attempts at this. But it's still, social media is pretty centralized. It's like maybe 10 sites. Video reproduction, maybe only YouTube. Is there anything that comes close? Internet search, how many browsers are there? 4, 5? And how many AI models are there? Like 4, 3, 5? The only hope is maybe China. China flipped the script. It's crazy to see China totally flipped the script because they were painted as the nation with social credit and that kind of stuff, mass surveillance, authoritarian government, a technological leviathan. And what happens next? Europe and the US become these surveillance states. They centralize AI. Meanwhile, China releases free models to the world. And I feel like, it's just, there's no competing with China. There's no competing with China. And even if you look at the top AI research firms in the West, half of the staff is Chinese. Because, it's the West and I would just say the Western Bloc, which is everything outside of China and Russia. And I'm not even sure about Russia, to be honest. I'd say mainly China. But the Western Bloc has failed on countless occasions. It's failed on, firstly, education. Like, there are so many people studying so many useless things. So much human capital goes to waste. And that is weird because, in China that doesn't happen. China is much more meritocratic. It's much less corrupt. It's also much more powerful. But, the only universities in the world where you can actually become an AI researcher are like 5 elite Western universities and pretty much every Chinese top university. So you see that the whole thing is pretty much skewed in a way that it shouldn't be, in a way that it is really counterproductive. But right now you have, how many people are working on AI actually? 500, 600, 5,000 maybe? And they have in their hands pretty much all of Western civilization, and I would include India in that because, that's mainly the main trading partner, the main thing. And I would include, Australia is part of it. So I would say, Australia, Japan are part of it. And that's kind of weird. But the education system has totally failed. People are not trained for real life anymore. There is no real life. Like, the only opportunity that you have to make something out of your life is to become a streamer or a UFC fighter or an NBA player. But what else are you gonna do? Like, what career is there? How many people are going to like be AI researchers actually? How many people are actually going to bribe governments like Tether is? You know, it's very weird. But anyway, this was to say that this channel is going to be mainly focused on anything but tech. I'm not interested in tech anymore. I'm not interested in coding. There is little to no point in coding. There is little to no point in tech anymore, because simply it is closed. It's off limits. The actual progress that you can make is wild, and it's kind of weird. And you know, maybe the time for tech will come, but you know, it's only made people miserable. Right now, you know, it's almost like social media has cannibalized the real world. So that's kind of weird. That's sort of weird. I think that, you know, many times you hear about transhumanism. You hear about man eluding its own body, and to many extents, well, that already exists with social media. Like right now, you hear me speak, but you know, I'm not there. I'm not there. You know, and the same goes with pretty much everybody that you see on social media. And now sometimes it's not even a real person. Now, this is the reason that I think streaming is still like somewhat interesting, because everything else is not real. Everything else is, you know, edited, scripted, and all of that. So that's just not enjoyable anymore, in my opinion, at least. But yeah, that's what it's all about. But you see, this is a transhumanistic approach, regardless. You know, I'm not there, but I stay on that website forever, and I can be summoned with one click. That is kind of, you know, if you ask me, it's pretty dope. But you know, that's kind of interesting. Anyway, I would say, yeah, AI has failed the people. It's not being used to improve anything. And not only has it not been used to improve anything, it's also, actually, let me show you. I saw the, like, ban on superintelligence. There was a United, yeah, open letter calls for ban on superintelligent AI, including Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak. Now, Woz was, if you ask me, well, he was wrong about Apple. So, you know, I think this ship is going to sail anyway. Like, you may ban it, but like, do you really think that the Chinese are not gonna do it? Topped by Jeff Hinton, Joshua Bengio, Stuart Russell, right, Steve Bannon also. That's crazy. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Is she Meghan Markle? Yeah. She's always there to have photos of her taken. She's always under the spotlight. AI doomers versus AI boomers. I mean, you know, these kind of guardrails have been set in place many times before. Nobody is going to respect them. And it's going to be very weird. The coming times feel very dystopian, they feel very weird. And by all means, the dystopia is already upon us. You know, people say AI will lead to a doom. It already has. It already has. Wake the fuck up. It already has. You live in your screen. People live behind screens. Nobody has a job. Jobs are gone. And that is because, well, AI has been around for a long time. It's just now they made it more engaging. But, you know, it's been taking jobs left and right forever for the last 10 years. Traders have lost their jobs to models. Many scientists have had to, you know, see their competences be nullified or replicated by AI. AlphaFold is an example, but you know, pretty much almost everything can be done with AI. That is crazy. That is simply weird. That is the dystopia that we live in. That is the dystopia that has been that came upon us, right? So the surveillance dystopia, it's already been a thing. You're just realizing it now. Welcome. But anyway, this being said, I don't think, you know, there are reasons to be optimistic also. One such reason is that AI is fundamentally unhuman. And I think that really, you know, what does it mean to embrace your humanness? It means to embrace love. You know, AI is not gonna fuck bitches. AI is not gonna write silly little poems. And if you ask AI, you know, to write a poem for my girlfriend, that is pathetic. You know, what is more pathetic than AI taking over is people letting it. And when you are, you know, hey ChatGPT, can you please tell me what I should text this girl that I'm trying to go on a date with? Hey ChatGPT, what can I get to celebrate my girlfriend's anniversary? Hey ChatGPT, how should I write this email? That is pathetic. Okay. And people really think that is going to be the case. Like, I think I've seen people saying that, you know, AI is going to take over in like these kind of contexts, as if sending a WhatsApp message was complicated or time consuming or particularly difficult. Like, are you serious? That's crazy to me. But anyway, kind of crazy. I'm working on a set. I'm working on, you know, getting a nice little green screen over here, and we'll see how that works out. But anyway, I think we've had enough of this dumb little introduction. Let's go over some serious stuff. For example, well, Mr. Beast opened Beastland, and I wanted to watch this video for a while, so let's see.
Hello? Say hello. This is the early gang. Hello. This is the early gang. They got the troops set out here like Squid Game. It's like Mr. Beast Squid Game out here. Guys, we got some fans for Riyadh. Say what's up. What's up? I'm going inside Mr. Beast right now. Mr. Beast, I'm inside of you.
What the fuck?
Holy shit. This place is huge. This is side quest heaven. I don't even know what to do. I want to touch everything, dude. I cannot keep one of these. I'm okay. I can't. There's so much to carry. Holy shit. It's so big. Is that a basketball court? Oh, there's so much. I don't know where to go. Oh, it's Mr. Beast.
This looks pretty ungrandiose. It doesn't look particularly great.
We have to side quest for 30 minutes. I think you get points by winning games. We need to stack up points so I can win $1 gazillion. Thank you. So I try to make it in every hoop?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
It's like hard, but maybe you can do it.
Okay.
Nothing is easy.
Nothing's easy. I'm about to get so many fucking points. What gets me the most points? Okay, I'll do it.
Chances.
3 chances?
Not all. You get the.
Ah, okay, so I have to make it in all of those to get there. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm like Michael. I'm like Michael Jordan. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get so many points. Michael Jordan, please end this inside this from the rear, wherever you need to go. Give him your strength. Oh, Michael. All right, Michael Jordan. Here we go. Michael Jordan.
Let's go.
Yes. Give me some. Yes. So now I go to this one?
Yes.
Oh, this is the best day ever. Oh, Michael Jordan, thank you for blessing me with your seed, Michael. Oh, crowd. Who's here? KSI? Look at that crowd. Oh, it's Mr. Beast. That makes a lot of sense. Wow, that's Aura. Except
Damn.
see real Aura. Watch this. Oh my gosh, that was. I just lost so much Aura. Here we go. There we go. Oh. What is that? 1,500 points?
Yes.
Yes. That's not 1,500. Yeah, you saw all of it. Oh yeah.
I think it would be pretty dope to like work at Beastland.
Shower me in those points. Thank you.
You get the $1 million.
Yes, it's $1 million.
There's a gift from high score.
High score. Okay. Thank you. We gotta get the high score. Yeah, of course. Mr. Beast, please give me $1 million. Over there, that's the big games where the most points are. Yeah, dude. How's it going? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Nice to meet you. Can we get a picture? Yeah.
Benny, can we get a picture, please?
Of course.
Oh, fucking skip this.
That was the picture pop star. It was so funny. The worker told me the person with the most points gets $1 million. Thumbnail on this video, he helped me take a. Let's do it. You want makes content too? He's been the game. Sure, say what's up.
Hello.
Yeah, there you go. What's happening? I need to win games. I need points.
What fucking games are there, bro?
Guys, I'm gonna help my boy here explain the game. Basically, one teammate has to run and press all the buttons, then come back. Then the next teammate runs and presses the other buttons and come back. And you do that until you press all the buttons.
Fastest team wins.
Okay, let's do him first because there's more. You second, you third, and then me fourth.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do this. Lock in. Give me some. We were born for this. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. We're winning. Yes, Ahmed's gonna win with us. Ahmed, is that good?
What the fuck, bro? Just run.
For me, no! No! Here we go!
This is the game? What the fuck game is this?
We did something in your country. It meant a lot. I saw on Twitter a lot of people were hating on the location. I hope it's cool to also see the perspective of the people who live here and how much this place means to them.
That's a non-argument,
So I
but
got all the hoops.
I see.
Dude, Michael Jordan came inside of me. That's a full-on bungee jump. Yeah, that dude. It's on a fucking crane, dude. I'm not trusting that. That guy's balls are the size of not my balls.
Do it for the views, bro.
No, I would piss on myself, and then my piss would project out piss. I would rain down like a score streak on Call of Duty, but it would be my piss. Oh my. Oh, what else have you guys done?
Wait in line. We wait in line, man. We
Because it takes a long time to get to the game. It's still early in the night, by the way. It's only 5:40. Oh yeah, we're about to win $1 million.
2 million. They give out 2 million.
Oh, okay, we're gonna win $2 million.
I think it's 1 million for one person, but then the other million is from Islam.
Ah, okay, so I'll take the.
I see.
No, me, I need it.
No, dude, I need it. I make YouTube videos. Okay, there are a lot of people here. He just subscribed. Thank you so much. Guys, I met some cool guys. What do you think of Mr. Beast opening up Beastland in your country?
I think it's amazing. I think it's the best. It's really not just a Middle East.
Does that mean a lot to you?
Yeah, that means a lot.
That's awesome. I think it's really cool for the people who live here. I think this means a lot to them.
Can I take a picture of you?
Yeah, let's do it.
nobody cares, bro.
Whoever gets the most points gets that much money.
Nobody fucking cares about Beastland.
Mr. Beast he just burst it. What's how you doing?
Oh my god, I love you, man. I swear I love you.
I love
I
you.
wonder how much a ticket to this is.
You want to say hi?
Hi.
What do you think of Mr. Beastland in your country?
Amazing.
Yeah, say what's up.
Yo, what's up?
Drones. All right, let's win these points. It's time to make $1 bazillion.
Let me see how much it
There's
is.
actually a lot of people here now. There's so many people here. Oh, this this is really cool. You can redeem the points you get. You can redeem them for prizes as well. Yeah, say what's up. Hello. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I'm doing it.
Oh, kinda
Is this game? We're gonna try.
kinda cheap actually. $7 for the access. 66 with unlimited rides. I was thinking it would be much more expensive.
I'm not gonna lie. The games take a while to play, but they're very fun. No, you're going down, dude.
Okay,
All right.
what kind of game is this?
Good. How are you?
What the fuck is this? This is Temple Run. Okay, I see how it could be fun though. Damn, okay. You can just play this on your Wii though. Are there any rides?
Points did I get?
6,000.
6,000.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck. Come on. Well, anyway, Beastland.
I'm not gonna lie. Fuck. I've never met so many fans in one place in my. Two. Oh wait, there is two. Oh fuck. Holy shit! There's like guns. What the? Okay, we have to play this. If it's the last 2 hours, we have to play it. I don't know what this is, but I just see a big gun. Perfect timing. The lady over there told me I needed a partner to play this game. Leif came back 2 seconds later. Just saved me. I wouldn't have been able to play, dude. Leif just did the bungee jump. That's fuck. I think I'm
That's
going-
crazy.
I'd rather have Shaquille O'Neal. I can't say that here. Never mind. Nothing. How long was the wait?
It was 3 hours.
3 hours. But I mean, that would make sense, I guess, because it's one at a time and it goes so high. I feel like at any other amusement park, that would also be 3 hours. Look how much. Yeah, I would scream like a little girl.
That's sexy, yes.
What? Me too.
That's actually offensive.
What does Arabic sound like to you?
The team before us just got 4 reds in a row.
Tower Siege,
So we
what
just
is
need to
this?
leave it and not touch it and let it do its thing. We're winning this. Are you ready? I'm so ready. I just started. Ready? Ready? One, go! All in.
Oh, that's what it is.
Come on. Come on. Did it go in? Was that missed? I'm gonna touch myself. Come on. Come on. We're so bad. It's too strong. Okay, we know how to do it this time. Right there. Right there. Fire. Come on. Come on. It's too short, dude. We're so... 1,000 here. And they've been looking for me. 2 left.
That was awful.
The prize in the plaza. So we're going to this. Before. So... She won a briefcase. Skill issue. Mr. Beastland. I don't think I could put that in my video, but that's a crazy pizza, David. No, I'm just betting a follower of Jesus. I love you.
I love you too.
I love you more.
I love you very, very, very more.
No, I love you very most. Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Yeah. That was good, right? Was that good? Yeah. Bye, guys.
I see to be a برا. Oh, I see.
Yes, I understood all that. I'm down. All right, let's go. Hey.
All right, so I was expecting a little more from Beastland, to be honest. Like, it's kind of uneventful, if you ask me. There's bungee jumping, there's fireworks, and there's Mr. Beast, and that is the main driver of this. But you know, and also it looks, you know, they just added so many lights, and that's the selling point, I guess. But you know, it's kind of cheap. I would go. I would actually go visit and see how it is. I'd go and make a video. Actually, when I hit, let's say 10,000 subscribers, I'll go. I'll go to Mr. Beastland and I'll see how that is. Saudi is crazy. They are trying to get as many people as possible to go there. And that was what the like Giga projects like the Line and the Burj Khalifa, sorry, the Burj Khalifa is in the Burj Khalifa competitor. They're building something like that, like the tallest building in the world. They're trying to build something like that, I know. But it's just to, you know, get attention. Now they figured out that you can just pay Mr. Beast and that's gonna work. But, you know, it's crazy that, you know, American corporations have run out of money to pay Mr. Beast. And now he's stuck doing business with Saudi. That's crazy. He just, you know, leveled up. He just fucking leveled up. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. It makes me wonder if we will ever see like Saudi social media becoming like a thing. Because ultimately, somehow China broke that glass ceiling of America only social media. I think that if Saudi money is able to buy the top, maybe streamers, I don't know, but you know, if you can offer great deals to the people with the audiences like Mr. Beast and etc., then maybe you can actually break down the American hegemony on media. Although, you know, very difficult to shake off American media. That is particularly difficult. That is maybe one of the most difficult things to do. America has the best media in the world. Anyway, the drama about this was that Mr. Beast was using slave labor. Actually, let me see that. Slaves. Mr. Beast slaves. Slave labor linked to Beastland construction. How many slaves? How many slaves? You know, that's how these countries work. The Middle East is filled with slavery. From Turkey to, you know, the Emirates, from Saudi to Oman to Qatar to all of these places are filled with slaves. There's not much you can do with this. And you know, Mr. Beast is just very hated at the moment. Everybody just hates him. And I mean, you know, it's maybe a lot of envy that goes towards him. It makes sense because he's like probably the richest, most famous person in the world. Likely he, you know, his real fame will be uncovered in the coming years because like good part of his viewership is kids. So when they grow up, they will have sort of the collective shared memory of Mr. Beast, which is something. But you know, he found himself in a huge shitstorm, which is kind of weird. and from there, his image has definitely struggled. It's not easy to, come back from whatever weird stuff he was in. I don't wanna even talk about it. It's just pathetic, to be honest. But recovering from that is something. Cleaning that off of your resume, that is very, very difficult. So anything you do now is basically gonna be weird.
Brand new theme park opens up in less than 24 hours.
All right, Mr. Beast. Actually, there were a few other Mr. Beast videos that I wanted to watch, mainly because, well, I've been kind of interested in the brands that he's launched. Let me just go get something to drink, and then we'll go forward with this. All right, let's go on with the Mr. Beast. Satisfying downfall of Feastable.
Once claimed his Feastable's chocolate bar is healthier than Hershey's, one of the sugariest and unhealthiest candies in the world. And if I'm going to be honest, it was like comparing trash to garbage. But that claim was only the start. Behind the shiny wrappers and perfect marketing was a story full of lies, lawsuits, and a PR mess no celebrity could hide. Being investigated by Children's Advertising Review Unit for violating guidelines, facing infringement lawsuits, struggling to make profits due to new tariffs, and overall just looking like another YouTuber product that was more focused on marketing than quality. So
Yeah.
how did Feastables go from being one of the most in-demand chocolates ever, sold out in seconds every time it was restocked, to profits and sales dropping significantly? Here is a satisfying fall of Mr. Beast Feastables. It's early 2022. Mr. Beast, the man who basically turned YouTube into an Olympic sport, launches Feastables, a better-for-you chocolate brand promising simple ingredients and epic prizes. The pitch was genius. Clean chocolate made of only 5 ingredients: cocoa, cane sugar, sunflower lecithin, and a splash of YouTuber magic. Mr. Beast positions Feastables as the anti-junk food, the snack you could eat guilt-free whilst pretending to be productive. The launch was massive. He dropped a video called "I Built Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory" and announced that every bar came with a code for a chance to win Tesla cars, Sea-Doo jet skis, even a real-life chocolate factory.
I just launched Feastables in Australia, as you can tell by this.
Internet is weak.
Even a real-life
Well, anyway,
chocolate factory.
he's going through lawsuits, and nobody wants to buy his Feastables, apparently. Who cares, right? Who gives a shit? Ah, what a crazy thing. Anyway, I don't understand. You know, it really felt like he was changing something when he launched like Feastables and all of that kind of stuff. But actually, it's just another YouTuber thing. It's just another YouTuber product. And nothing changed really. Anyway, the downfall of Prime. Do you want to watch this? I'll say, maybe. I don't know. Do you want to watch this? Oh, internet is gone. Alright. Interesting. Mr. Beast feels like he's in a endless turmoil. But anyway, the satisfying downfall of Prime.
Just a year ago, kids were guzzling Prime like it was holy water blessed by KSI and Logan Paul themselves. But now in 2025, you can't pay someone to take a sip. We're talking 92% revenue drops, $77 million worth of lawsuits. It's literally sat on clearance in every single store. And I mean, are you surprised? The amount of dangerous chemicals in Prime look like something straight out of Chernobyl. Yeah, they're going bankrupt. So how did Prime go from being one of the most in-demand drinks ever, sold out in seconds every time it was restocked, looking like $1 billion company, to being on clearance with no hype and in multiple lawsuits worth hundreds of millions? Let's get into it. So 2022 hits and the influencer economy is foaming at the mouth. Logan Paul and KSI, two dudes who turn drama into millions, team up to sell a AliExpress version of Gatorade. Bright bottles, loud fonts, colours that looks like straight out of Fortnite. They nailed the packaging so hard that the bottle is basically a YouTube thumbnail that you can drink. The pitch is pretty simple. We are the Gatorade of the YouTuber world. Basically meaning the drink's not good, but the marketing is. And it works. Stores couldn't keep it in stock, teenagers are trading bottles, and parents are driving across different counties to find blue raspberry like it's a black market organ. But there was a big problem behind all of this. Prime isn't coming from a lab coat fairy tale. The issue is they weaponize scarcity. Limited drops, sold out in minutes, exclusive flavors timed to content. They factory reset your dopamine with every restock. The psychology is pretty textbook. If everyone wants it and you can't have it, you want it more. Just like a rare Pokemon card or a rare Fortnite skin. Suddenly, kids are paying $20 to $50 a bottle to flex on TikTok. They had sponsors of Arsenal and UFC, which boosted the brand even more. News outlets are covering the chaos. It's going super viral all over social media and TikTok. So congratulations Logan and KSI. Their brand became more than just a drink. It was a status symbol. You know, kids can't buy Lamborghinis, they can't buy expensive watches. But you know what they can buy? A $10 bottle of Prime. But there was a problem. Manufactured urgency expires the second supply finally catches up, and when the shelves stay full, the magic trick is over. But then came Prime Energy. Same loud look, new black stripe, 200 milligrams of caffeine per can. For adults, sure. But the issue was, the branding screams Saturday morning cartoon. Why are you marketing an energy drink with 200 milligrams of caffeine like a kid's YouTube thumbnail? And you should have a more serious branding like Red Bull or Monster. So the issue was, these kids were downing these 200 milligram caffeine energy drinks because kids, they just saw Prime on the label and was like, oh, this is what everyone's drinking on TikTok. But little did they know, they were about to have a heart attack. This led to school bans, parent freakouts, and Logan hopping on the mic saying, it's for adult guys. But the issue was, if it's aimed at adults, why is it marketed for kids? That's where the brand tries to have it both ways. Hydration for kids, rocket fuel for the same audience as older siblings, all under one tent. But yeah, that's a legal headache waiting to happen. You can't market like a toy aisle and then get shocked when kids want the one with a turbo button. And things got even worse. Once the hype and glow wore off, people actually tasted the stuff, and outside the superfans, the reviews are not nice.
What is that flavour you got there?
Tropical punch, it says.
Oh, Jesus.
Loosely. You've just
Nice.
come from the Maldives. How tropical was that?
swallowing perfume. What is that?
Cotton candy cough syrup tastes like fake Gatorade. Yeah, you get the idea. And then the worst part is the lawsuits started stacking like Jenga. Class actions allege everything from forever chemicals in certain flavors to deceptive marketing claims about purity and safety. Another suit centers a 14-year-old with heart palpitation.
The crazy thing about this is that people actually thought they were gonna like take over Gatorade. Like at the end of the day, you're just selling an energy drink. And just because like Logan Paul is screaming, who the fuck cares about Logan Paul? Or KSI for that matter. I guess kids just, try it once and that's it. But anyway, this whole like influencer thing, it was meant to be short-lived. It baffles me that people didn't realize this earlier. Very weird.
After allegedly downing 2 cans of the energy line. Attorneys general start sniffing around. Politicians send letters to regulators saying basically, these cans look like Gatorade but hit like a double espresso.
This morning, New York Senator Chuck Schumer is calling on the FDA to investigate the energy drink Prime, which he says is being marketed to children and contains the caffeine equivalent.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that you are cutting costs on marketing significantly. But it's not necessarily going to be, it's not necessarily all going to be good attention. You're also attracting the attention of politicians, of haters, of, well, in this case, food security commissions. And it's crazy that you didn't, get that right. Is that...
of 6 cans.
How does that happen?
Coca-Cola.
And if the sales collapse wasn't enough, Prime's also being chased by a small army of lawyers, and they're not playing. Let's go lawsuit by lawsuit like it's a legal UFC card. Refresco versus Prime, $67 million. Refresco was one of Prime's manufacturing partners.
Right.
They say Logan promised to buy a certain amount of product over 3 years, then completely ghosted them once sales dropped. Now they're suing for $67 million. That's more than Prime's entire 2024 revenue. And then we've got Agrana versus Prime for $13 million. This one's juicy. Agrana supplied ingredients to Prime, but now they claim Prime didn't pay. Prime clapped back, saying the ingredients weren't up to standard. Regardless of who's right, it's another public stain on a brand that already smells like watermelon chemicals and unpaid invoices. PFAS lawsuit, potentially $5 million. Prime's grape flavor allegedly contains PFAS, forever chemicals that the EPA limits in drinking water. The plaintiffs say Prime Energy is basically serving up toxic juice to kids. And Prime response? Nuh-uh. This case is still active though, so we'll see. High caffeine class action, $5 to $10 million. Prime Energy has 200 milligrams of caffeine per can, but lawsuits say some cans may actually contain more, and the branding is so similar to Prime Hydration that kids might think it's the same drink. So now Prime's being accused of deceptively marketing a hyper-caffeinated drink to literal children. Yikes. And then the caffeine mislabeling lawsuit from New York. This one hits hard. A class action lawsuit claims Prime intentionally understated caffeine content on its labels. Allegedly, it wasn't 200 milligrams, it was more. And when your main buyers are middle schoolers with Fortnite brain, that's a health lawsuit waiting to happen. And then the final Olympics lawsuit, which has already been settled between $1 to $3 million. So remember the limited edition Kevin Durant Team USA Prime bottles? Yeah, turns out Logan and KSI didn't get permission from the US Olympic Committee to use that branding. They got sued, it was settled quietly, and based on Logan's silence, we're guessing they lost. So let's do some quick maths. Refresco lawsuit, $67 million, Argrana, $13 million, the PFSA and the caffeine lawsuits, at least $10 million, and then the Olympic lawsuit, let's say, what, $2 million? That's $92 million in illegal smoke, and Prime's net profit for 2024, a crisp $430,000. Even when there's no outright federal ban, the retail chill is real, and Prime's public answer, we stand by our product, which, sounds cool, and, like they're trying to aura farm, but that's not a good strategy when kids are being sent to the doctor because they're confusing your two drinks.
So earlier this year, a weird string of rumors started floating around because someone sued us saying that Prime had forever chemicals, like more than you were supposed to drink in like a lifetime, whatever. I made a TikTok debunking it, but regardless, the rumor still got out there, and like low-key the damage is done. And now, even though we're in this lawsuit, whether it's true or not, people think it. And so the lawsuit got dismissed. The plaintiff does have a chance to amend it, but she's chosen not to. She's coming back with one really weak-ass claim that's probably also going to get dismissed. But it's just like an example of people reaching, trying to get attention, make a quick buck on a frivolous lawsuit that actually has no merit or is based in nothing, and we're not going to settle. Oh, the caffeine one. Where plaintiff said there was a crazy amount of caffeine that didn't meet what we said on our label in Prime Energy, which is 18 plus, and has 200 milligrams of caffeine. That one also got dismissed.
But it wasn't just legal battles they were facing. Their sales were dropping really badly. Because whilst the legal storm was soaking the headlines, the real damage was showing up in the receipts. In the UK alone, Prime's revenue nosedived from 112 million in 2023 to just 33 million pounds in 2024. That's a 70% drop, and their net profit down 91.6% from 3.7 million pounds to 312,000. And in the US, another 40% sales decline. I wouldn't be surprised if they're close to filing bankruptcy. See, this is what happens when you confuse virality with velocity. You sign long-term cost-based contracts on a short-term buzz. When the teens move on and TikTok stops caring, you're left paying staff, warehouse rent, factory workers, so on, even though nobody cares about your product anymore. And it wasn't only the sales dropping. The sales stopped. You walk into Target, 12 packs that were $25 now slapped down to single digits and still collecting dust. So yeah, as I said, the sales weren't low, it's just the sales stopped. Nothing was selling. Nobody was buying this. So now you might be asking, where's Prime now? Well, it's still around, technically. You'll find it sitting on clearance shelves next to Bang Energy, Monster spin-offs, and protein chips nobody asked for. The UFC still has a sponsor, Arsenal still do.
Right, well, this video could have been a short, and it would have been better. But anyway. And also, I feel like it was written by AI. Kind of weird. I'll ask Claude, which is... kind of, yeah, I'm not in, it was crazy. This was just a quick buck off of kids. I don't understand who may be interested in buying Prime, let alone drink it. But what's worse were the people glazing this. Anyway. What should we go on and do now? This was kind of interesting, but you know, nothing crazy. I'll keep this for maybe another stream. Interesting. Nobody has begun to fathom how good it is that photos are no longer proof of behavior. Panopticon exploded. It's glorious. Happy Thanksgiving. This is in response to this image. Let me think about it. I don't think that's the case. I do not think that's the case. Why would it be the case? Well, you cannot hold someone accountable on the basis of images of them doing stuff. This invalidates proof. Interesting observation, actually. But I don't think the Panopticon is broken, because the Panopticon was not using images to begin with. The Panopticon uses your history, which it diligently tracks. The Panopticon uses metadata, which it diligently tracks. Images have never really been part of this, and I think that, you know, again, the Panopticon uses, if it gets properly extended into the real world, it's going to use video feeds from cameras that it knows are real. So I don't think maybe social media explodes, but the Panopticon stays. But yeah, social media, to many and various extents, already has. You know, we just watched a video that was written by AI that maybe was edited by a person, but I'm not really even sure about that. But you know, AI has inserted its claws in the very fabric of social media. It's made it redundant, it's made it boring, it's made it fake, it's made it corporate. It's, by all means, destroyed it. So this is just the final nail in the coffin, but the transition of social media into just a fake slop feed has already happened, and the Panopticon is mainly based on metadata, so Let's see if there is anybody who is saying this at all. Instagram is gonna die as a medium, likely. Instagram has been... You know, the thing is, I used to think for a long time that social media was going to get destroyed by a flood of AI content. And I guess that prediction was wrong because there also is a flood of normal content. There's so much content on social media. And you know, there is enough human-made content. You're just adding to a pre-existing flood. And if you scroll through social media, like, it really does not happen that often that you see AI generated garbage because it's garbage. And the algorithm selects what you will not deem garbage, and nobody is interested in AI influencers. So the flood of AI generated content has, by all means, I guess, been avoided. But maybe, you know, obviously we're talking about the first few generations and all of that, so it may get worse, which, you know, worse than this, how much worse can it get? But yeah. Anyway. I wanted to go through watch this before moving to Bangalore. Let's see.
The Krishna Khan Show.
But मैं reality बताऊं, after 15th of the month, you will feel, oh my goodness, मेरे पास तो बचा ही नहीं है, तो weather इतना अच्छा है कि आप बोलेंगे नहीं, यही चाहिए था मुझे जिंदगी में, ठीक है? So finally I am here. मैं काफी दिनों बाद YouTube पर फिर वापस आ चुका हूँ. So मेरी लाइफ में काफी कुछ चल रहा था, काफी कुछ हो भी रहा था, अच्छा बुरा जो भी था. So I was busy with that work.
Okay, I'm now watching this. Actually, we want to watch Ishant Sharma. Yeah, I'll do this. Do we want to watch this? The harsh reality of living in Bangalore? Let's see.
Is it even worth it to live in Bangalore? You might
Let's see.
see news headlines talking about how Bangalore is the most unlivable city with crazy rent, with traffic, and just a lot of problems in general. Well, I've been living in Bangalore for 2 years at this point, and let me share my perspective. By the end of this video, I'll share how much money do I spend as a 23-year-old living in Bangalore.
Okay.
How much is the least amount of money you will need to survive in Bangalore? And at the end, I'll share one very important insight which will change your perspective about Bangalore completely. So make sure that you watch till the end, hit the like button and subscribe. Let's actually start with the first topic, rent. Rent is super expensive in Bangalore, is what you might have heard. In the last 2 years, I've changed 4 different houses. Depending on where you decide to stay in Bangalore, a 2 or 3 BHK can cost you anywhere between 40 to 70, 80,000 rupees per month as well. I personally pay 52,000 rupees per month. I have a 3 BHK, about 1800 square feet. We live in the north part of the city because it's very easy for me to commute to the airport and also to the city if I want to do that. And that is basically saving me time on both the fronts. But as we'll talk in the later part of the video, you can also very well have flatmates. You can also live in hostels and you can end up saving a lot of money. I'll talk about how much that costs in the later part of the video. Now, one important tip that we'll be discussing when I talk about the least money that you need to survive in Bangalore is that the best thing you can do to save your time and cost is to live near where you'll be working. So let's say that your office is in...
Mind-blowing tip.
Let's say your office is in Indranagar. Let's say your office is
I would have never, never thought about this.
Office so that you can just either
how do you come up with this?
Very cheap auto to actually reach there.
Uh-huh.
Or you would actually have to spend a lot of time either taking a metro, or you'll spend a lot of money in cabs and wait at least 30 minutes to an hour just going to and fro.
I imagine he used AI, like, to, ChatGPT, please tell me a tip that I can give to my audience on how to save time.
And they dedicate their efforts into doing the work every single day.
Right.
And that works best for them. Another big problem in Bangalore are the landlords. Now, I have experienced this myself. There are a lot of landlords which are not great. They will ask you to vacate the place at any time. They'll randomly increase the prices and ask you to pay up or leave, or in general just be very rude to you. And even when I was trying to get a flat in Bangalore, they used to ask me very weird questions. Where do you work? How much do you make? Are you vegetarian? That makes sense. But the other parts were just purely weird. Send me your LinkedIn profile. They'll ask me for my ITR. They'll ask me for other stuff which just doesn't even make sense. And I have a lot of problems with these landlords. The best thing you can do is just to take
spicy
recommendations
pics.
from friends
Send me
about
your
who is a good
OnlyFans.
person and what is a good society to live in. The next biggest expense that I take up is travel. Now, I am traveling every single month to either Delhi, to Mumbai, or I'm traveling to Hyderabad, or I'm going to, let's say, Dubai, or I'm flying to US. And that's basically what majority of my expenses look like. On average, I spend about 1 to 1.5 lakh rupees every single month on just travel. And it's very important. This is more like a business expense for me because I'm traveling, I'm meeting people, I'm closing deals. I'm also basically getting to work with brands. I'm coming here to the US. I'm experiencing different events, meeting all these people, and it's very important for me to travel. Just a couple years ago, I was obsessed with saving money. I would think twice before spending anything. Every purchase felt like an unnecessary expense. Basically, I used to believe that the less I spent, the smarter I was with money. But what I didn't realize was that not spending money is not the same as managing money wisely. Now, I have my office in Bangalore, but I also keep traveling to US every couple of months for work. In fact, right now I'm in Seattle, and I also recently took my parents for the 25-year anniversary to Dubai for a 3-day trip. But with all of this, my expenses shot up. No matter how careful I was, my savings kept going down. So flights, hotels, forex fees, it all adds up super fast. I knew I couldn't
Flights,
stop
hotel,
spending.
forex fees? How much can forex fees be? That's like saying flights, hotels, coffee. Bro, like, okay.
It all adds up super fast. I knew I couldn't
Forex
stop
fees, they are motherfuckers. You have to really be careful about forex
I had
fees.
to find a way to save while I was spending. And that is when I found out a credit card that actually...
Oh, fuck you. Clothes. How much do you spend in
biggest
clothes?
expense for me are salaries. As a creator myself, I hire video editors, I have managers, I have designers, and I pay them about 1.5 lakh rupees in total per month. There are also some other expenses that might come up. Let's say I'm having some people on freelance, that would add up, but this is roughly how much I spend every month. It has recently increased a lot because previously I used to have people on freelance. I would only pay them when they would edit videos, but now because I've hired full-time people, this is a fixed cost for me every single month. But it's so much worth it because now I have dedicated talent who's going to help me edit all the videos, who's going to ensure that all of my content goes out on time.
Let's go.
This is so much worth it. Next up is software.
That's very worth it.
The best thing about running an online business is that you can run it from anywhere that you want to. But the worst part about it is that you have to invest in software. And because I'm making videos on YouTube, there's a lot of things that I have to take care of. The biggest expense for me is Google Drive storage.
Why is
so
this?
I currently have the 10 terabyte storage. And I pay about...
Bro, you hired all of these people only to get the chapters wrong?
3,000 rupees for that in a month. Then I have access to Adobe Creative Cloud. That's about 3,000, 4,000 rupees per month.
Nobody gives a shit about that.
For you to pay up for these. Next up is clothes.
Yeah, how much do you spend for
because I travel
clothes?
so much, because I'm always in events, I need to look presentable and I need to basically take care of my personal style. I can totally not care about it and just focus on recording videos. But if you've noticed the way I style myself right now and how I used to 3 years from now, you'll see a massive difference. And that's all because I want to be perceived in a certain way. I want the people that I meet to take me seriously.
Yeah,
and it's a very hard thing to do when you're 22, 23-year-old. Getting into an industry where people only trust the gray hair people. And so the best thing you can do is to dress the part. So the best thing I've done is to invest in high quality shirts, to invest in trousers, to invest in great shoes, stuff that I can wear again and
High
again,
quality shorts?
and stuff that would go well with multiple combinations. And about 15,000 rupees a month is what I spend on clothes itself. That gets me about 1 to 2 outfits every month. Now this could be either jackets, or I'm buying shirts, or I'm buying trousers, or I'm buying, let's say, belt, or even shoes. And so roughly 15,000 rupees a month.
Belt is a
I
good
currently
investment.
spend on all of this. I buy from brands like Zara, H&M, from Ralph Lauren. I think more than the
God
brands,
damn,
it's more about
okay.
how it makes me feel. So a lot of the times when
Sure.
I'm wearing these fitted clothes, it makes me feel a lot more confident. And previously, I remember in 2022 when I first came to Bangalore, I was just not caring about how I would dress myself up. And that's a big mistake. I literally used to look like an 18-year-old who's getting into these events and meeting all these people, which is great, but you cannot, close like a $5,000 a month client, a $10,000 a month client very easily with those clothes. It's just how it works. You have to invest in the part. Next up is Uber, basically traveling around the city or even outside.
How much do you spend? Let's just see the total.
Doing that. Totally worth it. It's so important to invest in great experience expenses, and this adds up to about 20,000 rupees a month. But total, this comes to about 4,27,000.
Okay, nobody gives a shit about this.
This is
Oh, I
the
see. I
cost
wanted to
of
maybe talk a
living
bit about
my
Bangalore
life.
because
About 3 years ago,
I
it
spent
was
some
never
time
like
there.
this. I think I was spending
I
more
think
like
it's a city filled
50,000
with
rupees a month, 70,000 rupees
a bunch of
max.
dumb
I would
people.
always try to save. But
I mean,
think
obviously it's a
one
mega city,
important
so
thing, and that is, if I won't
that's just a
spend what
numbers
I
game.
make, I would never be able to enjoy and feel
Mhm.
motivated to make even more.
Sure.
Like, when you actually enjoy the fruits of your labor, that is when you get even more motivated to keep working. Like, of course, you have the vision, the purpose to keep working, but also when you enjoy what you're spending, you feel that yes, you've earned it, and now you can go ahead and work even more for that. That's just my thinking, and that's how I maybe rationalize myself. But let's talk about the most important part of this video is the least amount of money you need to live in Bangalore. And the first expense is rent. Now, if you're living in a hostel, if you're investing in sharing with flatmates, a 2 or a 3 BHK, the max you would end up paying is about 15,000 rupees a month. And in that, you would not only get the stay in a hostel, you would also get a dinner meal. And so you would basically be getting food alongside the stay. Now, many hostels are not that great. I will be very honest with you. We've tried finding spaces for people who work with us in Bangalore.
Okay, nobody gives a shit about this. I wanted to maybe talk a bit about Bangalore because I spent some time there. I think it's a city filled with a bunch of dumb people. I mean, obviously it's a mega city, so that's just a numbers game. But there are people who try too hard, in my opinion. And I mean, it's painted as the Silicon Valley of India. It's not the Silicon Valley of India. It's filled with wannabes. It's filled with people who do not understand what they're doing. People who think it's cool to be a founder, and they're founders only for the aesthetics of it. I'm a CTO. Actually, I'm a startup founder. What's your found? What have you founded? What have you found? What have you launched? And they're like, so basically I'm working on this sustainable agriculture thing. I'm working on this coffee brand. I'm working on this education platform. I'm working on this, but they never launch anything. They never do it. Like, there is nothing valuable in what they do, in my opinion, at least. And you can clearly tell that it is people that want to be founders, they want to be entrepreneurs, because they've been told that it's cool by people like him. And so it's like filled with people who are doing stuff because they're told it's cool. and you can really breathe it in the air. It's really filled with people doing stuff because they think that once they've done it, they will be respected. So it's a very insecure city, in my opinion. It's filled with people who go there to, you know, it's filled with people who believe that the world hates them, and believe that if they just launch this, if they just found this startup, if they just become founders, if they just become CTOs, if they just become CFOs, the world will not hate them anymore. But you know, if you hate yourself, the world will never love you. If you lie to yourself, the world will never love you. So that's where I'm coming from. That's what I felt Bangalore to be like. Now, it's a pretty city, don't get me wrong, the weather is good. The food is very good. The food was amazing. Actually, I have a couple recommendations. If you ever go to Bangalore, go to this place. I don't remember what it's called. Do I have to restart this? Rename. What the fuck? Come on. Restart capture. Okay. Can you see? No, you cannot see. Why the fuck? Well, anyway, let me just find the place first, and then I'll tell you the name of it. There are some amazing food options in Bangalore. One is this. Can you see it? Yes, you can. This is one of the best places that I've ever had anything to eat at. Like, it's so damn good. This is absolutely, like, awesome. It's, well, this takes it down a notch. I did not know this. I did not notice it was like this. But the food is very good. I recommend the mutton dosa. It's very damn good. What else did I like? What else did I enjoy there? I enjoyed a place called Kebab Chichi. This was pretty good. And then I enjoyed another place of which I do not remember the name. It was like a cafe around this area. Oh, and there was and like I also in Bangalore I had my first tastes of Kerala, Keralan, I don't know how you say it, but like food from Kerala, and it was pretty damn awesome, pretty good. I've never been to Kerala, but it's pretty good. But you know, the food in Bangalore is pretty good. You have also some good cafes. There is a great cafe in the Indranagar area, which is this one, Araku Cafe. Also, there is another one that I really enjoyed, to which I used to go a lot. This one, Kansu Indranagar. You know, it's a very pretty place. It's the kind of place that really stimulates you a lot, but you know, it's like alcohol is too easy to get by, and so you just spend the day drinking so that you forget that everything else doesn't matter, and that you hate yourself and that kind of stuff. At least that's how I lived it. I stayed there for a couple months, and I mean, by the end of it, I just hated the city, but you know, it's a bit alienating. It's a bit weird, and you can tell that it's built on lies. That's the main thing. It's filled with people like this. Which, I mean, I have nothing against him, but he's a liar. You know, it's all a shit show, and I mean, if you want to start a startup, you shouldn't be doing it because you want to be a startup founder. You should be doing it because there is a problem that needs fixing and you want to fix it. That's how entrepreneurship starts. It doesn't start with I want to be an entrepreneur. It starts with there is this job to do, let's do it. You can really tell that the culture has diluted out. The maybe entrepreneurial spirit of the place, it may have been diluted out. And I think, you know, a lot of people just say the same things. Like, you know, the locals are unfriendly, that kind of stuff. I would be unfriendly too if I was a local. It's just, you know, these North Indians come here, they take the best jobs, they with their high income levels, rents go up for everybody. So unless a local is a homeowner, he will not enjoy this. He will not enjoy you going there and raising the rent for him and the living cost and everything that comes with it. But I say I kind of like the people from there originally. The people that come from elsewhere, not so much, I'll be honest. And I mean, I guess the nightclub scene is pretty valid. I don't know. I just don't think that's particularly interesting. I didn't really go to any club. That's not part of my, that's not something I enjoy. Like, what are you gonna do? Just hook up with hoes and sweat, like, and the hoes themselves are also sweaty. Like, what are you going to a nightclub to do? Other than hooking up with sweaty hoes and doing drugs and getting drunk. But anyway, that's my opinion of the city. Has some good food. The weather is good most of the time. Sometimes it just rains a lot. But overall, the weather is pretty good. The food is pretty good. But the people are very fake. And, you know, that kind of diminishes the whole experience. It's kind of weird. It's kind of... You never really know who you have in front of you, what they're doing, what they're trying to do, who they are, who they're trying to be. All that kind of stuff is very, very... it's very, very difficult to get by. But anyway, this was our outlook on Bangalore. This guy graced us with his budget breakdown, the harsh reality of living in Bangalore, and then like he broke down his expenses which have nothing to do with this, with living in the city itself. So that's kind of weird. But anyway, you know, it's not like we were particularly used to create information. All right. What else would we like to do? I think we've done enough. I think I'm happy with this live, with how it turned out. Yeah, I'm not watching any more of this. All right. I think this was it for today. I'll see you maybe tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. I think tomorrow. Okay.